long forever. So
Yeah.
everybody fucking watches them.
All right, and we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the MTVM podcast. After a 1 week hiatus, episode 26 is here. I'm
Yes.
very excited to be here. I think we have broken the record of the amount of topics we have tonight. We have a lot of topics tonight, particularly for movies. And I'll explain why in just a little bit. But before we do that, we can do our introductions like we always do. My name is Diego Coya. I am the host of this podcast. And like always, very excited to be here. I think tonight's going to be a great episode. So without any further ado, gentlemen, please give your introductions.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Film Fan 0599 here again. We're back for the MTVM podcast, episode 26. And yeah, we're back after a 1 week hiatus.
Indeed.
Which feels like 2 fucking years, but we're back anyways. And today should be a good show. Hopefully, we have a good time with this show. And we got a lot of damn topics, so we might be here for a while.
Yeah. All right. And
everybody, it's your boy Andrew. I got some exciting topics. I know we've obviously been waiting a little bit to talk about all these, and a shit ton of trailers have dropped, so excited to talk about them. And spoiler, I may or may not have watched them all. I don't know yet. We'll see.
We'll have to find out. And well, yes, that's why there's a lot of topics. A lot of trailers have come out this past 3 days, and apparently we're getting more trailers tomorrow, and like the new Halloween trailer is coming out Friday. So this week is like a great week to be a movie fan because there's like so many trailers coming out.
It's just trailer festivals.
It's like Hollywood was like, okay, 2018 doesn't look very strong. We got to give people hope. So they were like, bam, here's all these trailers of these movies coming out. So don't worry.
Yeah, I just think a lot of these trailers, I'm very excited for a lot of these movies now.
Yeah, so without any further ado, let's get started. So just in case you guys didn't know, from Monday, Tuesday, and today, there's been 10 trailers. 10. And I'm going to be talking about all 10 of them. And I imagine both of you gentlemen will join me for most, or if not all of them. Whichever ones they've seen, you guys can join in the conversation. And I will say hello to people in the live chat, like I always do. Owen Buckner, Aces Oak, Sammy, Aaliyah, Jackson Fulcher. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Oh, Jackson says Archer is a great show. I got to watch Archer. It's on my list of shows I want to watch. I hear great things. And Owen Buckner says, I haven't seen any trailer except the Bumblebee trailer. Well, it's all right. You can hear us talk about the trailers and what we thought of them. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about like the big movies first. Then after that, I'm going to be talking about like the smaller type of films. So,
wait, I'll be back. Hold on.
All right. All right. So the first trailer I'm going to be talking about is for one of my most anticipated films of the year, and that is Wreck-It Ralph 2. Ralph Breaks the Internet. All right, so we got the new trailer on Monday. I believe we got the first trailer about a month or a month and a half ago. And this trailer, obviously, it shows new footage. We get an insight of what the movie, more of an insight what the film is about. According to the plot on IMDb, the movie takes place 6 years after the events of the first film. And they discover a Wi-Fi router in their arcade, and it leads them to a new adventure. So, you see like a lot of things we know, like Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and just basically a bunch of, product placement and pop culture stuff. And I think the most memorable scene in the trailer was when Penelope goes inside the room, and there's like all the Disney princesses are in that one room. I think that's the one scene everyone's talking about, and I think it's the best scene in the trailer. I really love this trailer. Like, I was very excited for this movie to begin with because I absolutely loved the first one. Not only was it my favorite animated film of that year, it was one of my favorite movies of that year in general. So when I heard the second one was coming out, I was really excited. And just watching these two trailers, it makes my hype level go even higher because it just looks really fantastic. It looks like a very groundbreaking movie. Now, one thing I want to address is that I've seen some comments from people saying that if the Emoji Movie had product placement and people gave it shit for that, why are people giving a pass to Wreck-It Ralph 2? Well, I'll tell you why. Because the Emoji Movie used product placement in a very lazy way, and it was just like, oh yeah, here's this and here's that, just so you guys can know and you guys can recognize that. Wreck-It Ralph 2 looks like all this product placement stuff is going to serve a purpose to the film. So that's why I think people are not so hard on Wreck-It Ralph 2, because these are the same directors who, number one, are from the first movie, and they also brought us Zootopia, two phenomenal animated films. So I have faith that all this product placement that we're seeing in the trailer will serve a purpose to the movie, and I especially hope that's the case with the Disney princesses, because I don't want that to be just that one scene they're in and they're like, oh yeah, that's one from Moana and that one's from Tangled or whatever. Like, I really hope they play a significant factor in the film, which I think I might have heard that they will. So, any case, I'm very excited. I think this was an incredible trailer. I love how it even pokes fun at itself too, which is something that kind of surprised me. I'm really excited to see it. So, what do you think, Andrew?
Oh no, I loved it. I think that this is easily the best trailer that we've gotten. Out of the 10 or the ones that I've seen. I don't know if I exactly saw all 10, but this was easily my favorite, and I especially like I think the standout was seeing all the princesses, and I think it's cool they got if the ones that are alive, the voice actresses, they came back, which I think is really good. Obviously, Snow White was light years ago,
right.
So she's not alive anymore, but the ones that are dead they replaced, but the ones that are alive still came back. I thought that was really cool, and I especially like it when Penelope goes, "Should I call the police?" Because they're like that was just funny, because it's like it was just the best part, and I just really enjoyed it. I don't think I can get any more excited for this movie, but somehow I am.
Yeah, and I love how they even mentioned about the title, why it's not Ralph Wrecks the Internet, and why is it Ralph Breaks the Internet? And they're like, well, you kind of got a point. Ralph Wrecks the Internet actually sounds better and like more tighter. I'm like, that's what I was thinking when they named the movie.
Exactly, I think everybody was thinking that.
All right, but anyway, we do have some comments in the live chat. Aaliyah says, I've seen the trailer for Wreck-It Ralph 2. Yeah, awesome trailer. Jackson says, Ralph Wrecks the Internet better be amazing. I think it's going to be, honestly. I think it's going to be, well, I hope so. I hope it's amazing, and it'll probably be nominated for, the Oscars for Best Animated Feature. Sammy says, Wreck-It Ralph 2 looks freaking great. I 100% agree. I think it looks fantastic as well. Owen Buckner says, I didn't see the second trailer. I saw the first one and got the point. Now I need to know anything else. All right, fair enough. I'm that way sometimes too. I think since the first trailer was kind of vague, I wanted to see more of the story of the second one. So that's why I saw the second trailer. And I'm glad I did, because even though it showed more footage, I feel like it doesn't give away much of the movie at all. So I think if you watch the second trailer, like, you'd be fine. Asa says, I still need to see Wreck-It Ralph. Looks pretty good. It's phenomenal, man. I still think it should have easily won over Brave, which was decent, but Wreck-It Ralph was on another level of animation. Billy Robinson says Ralph Shrek's the Internet, but it won't win. Well, we'll have to see. We anything could happen, Anything could happen. I mean, Wreck-It Ralph 2 might just be the best animated film of the decade. We never know how it's going to turn out.
Who knows? Maybe it won't even get nominated, because maybe it'll suck.
Exactly. Yeah, which I'm really hoping.
No, I'm not saying it's going to. I'm very much hoping that it's.
No, I know. I'm saying, like, which hopefully is not the case. Like I said, we never know. It could be any way. But I think with the talent involved and the story and pretty much everything about it, I think it has potential to, be very good. So that's all I got to say about Wreck-It Ralph 2. I think it looks incredible. I love the trailer. If you haven't seen the second trailer, highly recommend you do so, especially if you love the first movie. All right, so the next big movie I want to talk about, the next trailer is the Lego Movie 2, the second part. This was released, I believe, yesterday, the trailer. The movie,
it was yesterday.
Yes, the movie is set to release on February 8th, 2019. I believe the first one came out at the same time, like February, March, like early in the year. And the plot for the second one, again, according to IMDb, it takes place 5 years after the first one, and they face a new threat. These invaders from outer space. So now Chris Pratt's character has to go and save his love interest from the first one. And I will say this about the Lego Movie 2 before I give my thoughts on the trailer. I love the first movie. I thought it was one of the most surprising films I've seen, because I didn't think it was going to be that good, and it turned out to be pretty great. So when I heard the second one was out, I wasn't entirely opposed to it, but at the same time, I was kind of like, I don't know if that's necessary because, you know, maybe the first one would have been fine as just a standalone film. And plus, Lord and Miller weren't coming back for the second movie, so I'm like, oh, I don't know. But I will say, after watching the trailer, I thought it looked pretty cool. Like, I actually had a lot of fun with the trailer. And I don't know if it'll be as good as the first one, but it does look like, you know, it does have some of the same humor, and it does look pretty different from the first one, but you can see the similarities in terms of, like, you know, the tone and you know, just how the characters are. It does look like a good continuation of the first one. So I was surprised in that element. However, there is one thing that's still making me a little cautious, and I'll tell you what it is. Mike Mitchell, he's directing the film. Now, if you guys don't know who this guy is, I'll name you a couple of films he's directed, and it'll show you why I'm a little worried. Trolls, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwrecked, and Shrek Forever After. So, like, that kind of has me a little bit, you know, iffy. But the trailer was really good, so I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. I'm excited. I'm not, like, super hyped, like, I want to see this movie tomorrow or anything, but I'm optimistic about it. I think it looks good. What do you think, Andrew, if you saw the trailer?
The trailer was good. I mean, I'm hopeful about it.
Yeah.
You know, hearing that he did those three, those three movies, it sounds like he's fucking 0 for 3. Hopefully he'll get this one right. So, yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. We have people in the live chat commenting. Jackson says the Lego Movie 2 also has me hyped. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if I'd say hyped, but the trailer was pretty good, so I am, you know, excited to see it, I would say. Billy Robinson says probably the closest thing we'll get to Lego Mad Max. Nah, yeah, probably. Kevin Falk, what's up, Kevin? He says Lego Movie 2 looks fantastic. Like I said, the trailer surprised me because I wasn't sure what to think of the second movie going into the trailer, but I ended up liking the trailer. So, yeah, it surprised me in that aspect. Sammy says the Lego Movie 2 looks freaking great. Freaking excited for it. Adored the first film to death. Yeah, I mean, it does look like, you know, it's continuing off what makes the first one, you know, really good. So let's hope that happens with Lord and Miller not being the directing. Oh, but they are producing it, I believe. I think they're still producing the second one. Okay, so Jackson says, I do want to see this film tomorrow. All right, well, you're going to have to wait until February. So
you impatient fuck.
Yeah, and Brian's in the live chat. What's up, Brian? And yeah, Sammy says the director of the Lego Movie 2 also did the first Deuce Bigelow film, Sky High and Surviving Christmas, and the second SpongeBob film.
Oh, Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, the greatest film ever made.
Oh yeah. Surviving Christmas I have not seen. Second SpongeBob film. Oh yeah, he directed the live action scenes in SpongeBob 2. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I mean, it looks pretty cool though. Hold on, because Jackson just said they're writing. They also wrote the first film. No, I'm sorry. That Lord and Miller also wrote the second movie. All right, let me just verify this because I didn't see them as the writing credits. Oh yeah, okay. So Lord and Miller is writing it; they're not directing it. All right, so yeah, actually, yeah, then it could be a really good movie. Okay, thank you, Jackson, for correcting me on that. Yes, they're not just producing it; they're writing the screenplay, but they're not directing it. Mike Mitchell's directing it. All right, so do you have anything else to add about Lego Movie 2, Andrew?
No, we both pretty much said it, so.
All right, so I'll go on to the third trailer then. The third trailer I want to talk about is for Bumblebee. Bumblebee is a Transformers film focused on the character Bumblebee. Now, this movie stars Haley Steinfeld. It stars John Cena. And it's from the director Travis Knight. For those of you who don't know, he's the same guy who brought us Kubo and the Two Strings, a really terrific animated film that came out in 2016. That was very underappreciated as well. The movie is coming out on December 21st. It takes place in the year 1987. And yeah, we're just...
Okay, I'm back. All right. Everybody needs you to bring in groceries at the wrong fucking time. So, all right.
It's all good. Right now, I'm just talking about Bumblebee. So,
okay.
All right.
Oh. Yeah.
So yeah, the trailer came out yesterday, and as someone who absolutely hates the Transformers franchise, I wasn't really looking forward to the movie, despite the fact I knew who was directing it because I had so much Transformers fatigue. You know, like I just don't want any more of these movies. But I will say, I actually liked the trailer for Bumblebee. This movie looks like I was actually talking to Double Nine last night about the trailer, and he actually I think he nailed it on the head because you said that the movie looks like it has heart to it, and I completely agree. Like it looks like this movie has heart, and that that it looked like it'll be a good Transformers movie. That it won't be just explosions, and close up of girls' ass and just terrible jokes. Like it actually
and shitty ass CGI.
And shitty ass CGI. Yeah, like I was actually able to tell the difference between one robot and the other. He was able to do that in the trailer, but not for the fucking Michael Bay movies. But anyway, I mean, it looks good. I wouldn't say I'm like super hyped for this movie or anything, but I'm optimistic, honestly. And this is coming from someone who hates the franchise. Like I'm optimistic. I think we're finally getting the chance to see how a Transformers movie would be without Michael Bay directing it. So that's pretty exciting for me. What did you guys? If you guys have seen the trailer, well, Double Nine has seen it. So if you want Double Nine, share your thoughts, and you too, Andrew, you've seen the trailer.
I thought it was great. I personally really loved the trailer a lot. Quite surprisingly, because everybody knows I hate this goddamn franchise. But
I mean, who doesn't?
But this was great. I can't lie. Like this was a great trailer. Like I got legitimate chills, goosebumps while watching it, which I thought I would never say, but I did while watching it. It seems like this movie has a real Iron Giant vibe to it, to be honest with you. Kind of really feels like that when you're watching it. The action looks pretty cool. John Cena's supposed to be in the movie, but I didn't see him, so
I actually did see him. It's a very quick shot.
It's you just over fucking.
Okay, I get it. Thank you.
That joke went over your fucking head, did.
Listen here.
You're not. You're off your meds today.
I'm never on my meds, bro.
But no. And it looks pretty cool. The action sequences actually look really nice. Stylistically as well, this looks different from a lot of the other Transformers movies. Doesn't feel like a Michael Bay movie, which is good. So yeah, I'm very excited for this, and I hope it's really good.
All right, Andrew, what'd you think of the Bumblebee trailer?
This surprised me. I mean, I think it surprised most people. It definitely feels like you could tell the difference that like Michael Bay wasn't involved in this, and it's funny because there's more emotion in the one scene where Haley Steinfeld is touching Bumblebee's face than in the whole entire
franchise.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So I'm very hopeful for this movie now. I really do hope it turns out pretty good.
Yeah, and like I said, it's the same guy who's doing Kubo and the Two Strings, so we might have,
which is
a good film.
A great animated movie, best of 2016.
All right.
In my opinion.
All right, so we have a couple of people in the live chat talking about Bumblebee. Owen Buckner says, hopefully this could be the first great Transformers movie. Hopefully, I hope so. Honestly, I'm very hopeful for this movie, so we'll have to see. Billy Robinson says, the Bumblebee trailer, but every explosion lowers my depression. Oh, God. Asa says, I'm a bit skeptical about Bumblebee. That's understandable because, we've had 5 Transformers movies, and I like the first one, but I couldn't stand the rest, so I can.
I'm not even that big of a fan of the first one.
Yeah, I know. Just when you compare it to the other ones, it's just
Okay, I mean, what would you rather do? Jump off a 20-foot building and break your legs, or I don't know, like step on nails or something.
Well, I mean, I don't even think the.
Did you have any idea where you were gonna go with that?
No.
I was say, I don't even think the first one's like a bad movie. Like, I actually didn't mind the first one. It's just, I'm not saying it's great, but like when you compare the others to that one, it looks amazing. But anyway, Kevin Falk says Bumblebee looks surprisingly great. Very excited to see what Travis Knight does with it. Gives me a real E.T. Iron Giant vibe. Yeah, like Double Nine said, Iron Giant vibe for sure. I kind of got that too, and yeah, I can see the E.T. vibe as well. MC Deadpool says no Michael Bay humor. Thank God. I know. That's the one thing I couldn't stand about the franchise was the humor. Sammy says Bumblebee looks good. I had a lot of hope because the director. Yep. Owen Buck says the CGI looks colorful like the original show, and that's a good thing. Yeah, he has a good point. It actually kind of does. I didn't realize that when I was watching the trailer, but yeah. All right, let's see what else. Uh, yeah, Cena was there. Yeah, Cena was. I saw Cena. I get the
I
joke.
didn't because you can't see him.
All right. Jackson says Bumblebee and Haley are probably going to make the Shape of Motor Oil. Oh, for yeah, I actually saw people say it kind of reminded of the Shape of Water. That's funny. Brian says first Transformer gave me a migraine for 5 days. Honestly, dude, the fourth and fifth one gave me migraine for weeks. All right.
Yo, I legit remember like watching this with Diego, and I remember like I legit felt like we were the theater for like 4.5 hours, and I just remember we almost walked out because it was just that bad.
Yeah, I think the last one is the worst one, honestly. Age of Extinction was horrible, but man, the last night I think is the worst one.
It is the worst one.
Yeah, no, easily. That was a torture fest. Get through. So, but Michael Bay is not involved, so let's hope this is.
Hopefully, they pass a law to make it illegal for Michael Bay to make movies.
Yeah, or at least have him do more things like The Rock or 13 Hours or something.
Right. What? By the way, real quick, what other trailers did you talk about when I was gone, so I could get my thoughts on?
Right. Yes. I'm sorry. Yeah.
We did Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 and a Lego Movie 2. So if you want, you can share your thoughts on those.
Okay, I'll real quick share my thoughts on both of them. Wreck-It Ralph 2, I didn't hate the trailer, but I thought it was just okay. I was just kind of like, all right. Like I thought the teaser trailer was like 1,000 times better, if you ask me personally. But I did kind of enjoy the joke at the end. Like, I laughed my ass off when Cinderella like breaks her like fucking slipper. Is like about to stab her with it. Like I'm like Jesus.
Yeah.
And also like I kind of like them throwing shade at each other. That was pretty funny. And then the ending, like why is it not called Ralph Wrecks the Internet? But besides that, I just was kind of like, all right, whatever. Just it was kind of okay to me. But I'm still looking forward to the movie. But that trailer didn't do much for me, honestly. However, the Lego Movie 2 trailer, that was hysterical. I was literally in stitches while watching that. That was hilarious, especially that opening where it's like the effects of Taco Tuesday, and it's like Mad Max Fury Road. It's great. Like I love the jokes with it. I think it looks like a really great sequel, and hopefully it is a great sequel. I really want it to be because I do love the first movie a lot. So hopefully it's good.
Yeah. Well, me and to give you our thoughts real quick, me and Andrew are on the opposite sides of Wreck-It Ralph 2. Like we both loved the trailer and we're both like really excited for the movie.
Yeah.
Lego Movie 2, yeah, we're excited for that as well. Although if you ask me between the two, I'm more excited for Wreck-It Ralph 2 than Lego Movie 2, but still hopeful for Lego Movie 2.
Yeah.
So that's what we pretty much said. All right, so did you give your thoughts? Oh yeah, you gave your thoughts on Bumblebee. All right, so then we'll go on to the next trailer. We're 3 trailers in, we have 6 more to go. So
let's go, bitches.
We're not doing too bad. All right. So next trailer we're talking about is Mortal Engines. Mortal Engines had its, I believe there's a teaser trailer before this trailer. And this is, for those of you who don't know, this is based off a series of books, which I believe this is based off the first book. And it's a science fiction, like dystopian kind of world, it looks like. I'm not even too sure what the plot is. Like I saw the trailer, but I got to be honest with you, I wasn't really impressed with it. So it's kind of hard for me to, really pay attention to like what the film was really about. But it's unfortunate too, because it's written by Peter Jackson and Fran Walsh, the people who brought us the Lord of the Rings movies and the Hobbit films. So when you see this trailer and you're like, oh man, that just doesn't look very good. I don't know if you guys agree with me, if you guys think it looks good at all, or what do you guys think of the trailer? Because
I think this looks like fucking shit. Oh my god, this trailer sucked. I'm like, this looks awful. Like, because I'm not gonna lie, because with the teaser trailer, I was like, I'm actually kind of intrigued by this. I want to see more. Then this came out. I'm like, wow, that looks like a massive pile of shit. But like, you got my boy Hugo Weaving in there, and you know,
yeah.
like it's just, oh god, it's just like the visual effects don't look appealing to me. The story really seems really lame to me. It just looks kind of like a mess, and I'm optimistic. I'm hoping it could be good because it's Peter Jackson. I know he's not directing it; he's only producing it, I believe, and writing the film.
Yeah.
But who's directing the movie?
I'll tell you in like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Director Christian Rivers.
Yeah, Christian Rivers. I don't know what else he's directed, but yeah, but hopefully it's good. But this just kind of looks like shit to me with this trailer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like I said, I don't think it looks like shit. It looks like but I mean, we'll see. I'm hopeful. What do you think? Oh, you saw the trailer, Andrew?
Yeah, I legitimately saw it like 4 minutes before the podcast started. So, I mean, it was all right. I mean, it didn't excite me, but I don't care, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like it didn't excite me.
Okay.
But I mean, it kind of looks unique, so I'm intrigued. So hopefully it'll be good.
It really just here's my thing, because like ever since like the success of the Hunger Games, there's been like this whole new trend of just movies that are based off those kind of stories and books, and then those movies are becoming franchises. So like the Divergent series or the Maze Runner series, and I'm honestly, to be honest, I'm like kind of getting sick of those kind of movies, honestly.
Yeah, like, I mean the first Divergent was all right. But the second
one sucked.
I didn't even bother seeing the third one.
Yeah.
But and there's supposed to be a fourth one, but
Yeah, I think that's coming out like straight to DVD now, or straight to TV or whatever. To answer your question, Double Nine, and regarding Christian Rivers, this will actually be his first movie. So he hasn't.
Oh, okay.
He directed like some shorts, but as far as a movie, this will be his first one. So.
I see.
Directorial debut. All right, so let's see what some people say. Jackson Fulcher says Mortal Engines looks bad. Kevin Falk says he didn't see the trailer. Asa says Mortal Engines looks bad. MC Deadpool says Mortal Engines looks meh. Jackson says the teaser introduced a neat concept. This new trailer shows off the concept more, and now I hate it. I thought it'd be cool. Aaliyah says, "Yep, I agree. The movie looks stupid, in my opinion." And Brian says Mortal Engines is unique. I mean, it looks unique, but I don't even think it looks that good, honestly. So,
yeah.
Owen Buckner says, "Are you talking about Divergent or Maze Runner?" Well, I was talking about the kind of trend that's been going on. So since like the success of the Hunger Games movies, we've been having like a bunch of movies based off of young adult novels or like this science fiction kind of thing. So Divergent and Maze Runner fall in that category because they both are a series of movies that that follow that kind of concept and stuff. So yeah,
concept within the concept.
Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't too big on the trailer, honestly. I'm definitely not on the side of Double Nine. I'm thinking that it looks like the worst, like shit. But I'm not impressed with the trailer. All right, so with that being said, we'll move on to the next trailer. One I'm actually very excited to talk about, and that is for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the second trailer. All right, so have you guys seen this trailer?
Yes.
Okay. I am very excited for this movie. I like the first teaser a lot. We got to see that Spider-Man is actually Miles Morales, and you're like, oh crap, that's cool. We're finally seeing this guy on the big screen, so that'll be cool. So the new trailer, it's like a full length trailer. It's like 2.5 minutes long, and we get to see more of the not more of an idea of what the movie's about. It doesn't really give you the plot per se, but you get to see Miles Morales interact with people around him, and oh my god, I think this movie looks great. First we have it's like I guess it's another universe because Peter Parker's in the trailer. He's like a lot older,
very much older.
Yeah, and he's like a mentor to Miles Morales, and Gwen Stacy shows up, and I gotta tell you, the one thing that sticks out is the animation. I love
the animation. Is very comic booky animation, and that's what I love about it a lot.
It what do you call? it kind of reminds me of the animation of Batman Ninja.
I
And
was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
yeah, I think the trailer looks great though. It looks really good. It's from Sony Animation's picture, which doesn't make me skeptical, but you know, I know they don't have the greatest track record, so I'm really hoping this is a really good animated movie, and it looks very promising. I'm just really excited. I mean, the plot is still kept under wraps, even according to IMDb, but the trailer gives you a better idea of what the film is about. So I think it looks great. So what do you guys have to say about the trailer?
And this looks awesome. I can't wait. I will admit, I like the teaser slightly more than this, but this trailer was still pretty cool. I still liked it a lot. Peter Parker is actually supposed to be playing. This movie's got like a very good cast as well. Like Shamik Moore is actually playing Miles Morales, you know, from the movie Dope and stuff like that. That's who's actually playing Miles Morales in this. Jake Johnson is playing Peter Parker, actually. Interesting enough, and Haley Steinfeld's playing Gwen Stacy. So,
oh really?
And apparently Lee Schreiber is supposed to play the Kingpin. So, I'm very excited for this. I think this looks great. You know, and this could possibly be maybe a nice little comeback for Sony Animations, hopefully, and hopefully this delivers. I really want to. The animation looks great. Seems like it would just be a fun ride, honestly.
Oh, and just to add, Haley Steinfeld will also be playing Gwen Stacy, and
he said that.
And Lily Tomlin will be playing Aunt May as well. Mahershala Ali will be playing Aaron Davis. I'm assuming that's the father.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so we had, like you said, really good cast. So, what do you think, Andrew, of the trailer?
No, it was a great trailer. I agree with you. The animation, it looks absolutely fantastic. It did remind me a lot of Batman Ninja, and I love the animation in that. So, no, it's just a great trailer. One of the better ones that you know, has come out recently.
Yeah.
And I was already really excited for this, and it just looks great.
All right, so Jackson Fulcher says Spider-Verse looks neat. Owen Buckner says animation reminds me of Borderlands, the video game. Aces says
actually I could see that. I could see that.
It kind of looks like The Walking Dead, kind of like the Telltale games. That kind of animation.
Oh yeah, that's right. Aces says I cannot wait for that. I've only seen the teaser. The teaser was fantastic. MC Deadpool says another movie with Haley Steinfeld. We're getting a lot of her this Christmas. Best Christmas present of the year. Okay, Mahershala Ali is the uncle, not the father. Okay, he's the uncle. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Because in the trailer he says I'm not your father. Yeah, that's right. That was funny at the end though with the
yeah. Say I love you. What, you're really gonna do this to me now?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm hoping it delivers. It looks very promising. All right, so that ends for like the big trailer. So now I'm gonna be talking about like the smaller kind of films. You know, not like the action-packed summer blockbuster-y or winter blockbusters or whatever.
Wait, so you're telling me White Boy Rick isn't gonna have a big explosion in it?
Maybe it will. I don't know. But
I guess we'll see.
We'll be talking about the first trailer I want to talk about. Well, the next one I want to talk about is a trailer for a movie called Widows. Now, Widows is a new film directed by Steve McQueen, and he's the director of 12 Years a Slave. We also have the writer from Gone Girl, Gillian Flynn, if that's how you say it.
I believe you said it right.
Yeah. So Widows, there was only a teaser trailer, so we didn't get like a full-length trailer, but it's coming out on November 16th. It's a crime drama, and it looks really awesome. Now, I will say this. The cast in this movie is just amazing. We have, I'll just read the list of actors here. We have Viola Davis. We have Robert Duvall. We have Daniel Kaluuya, John Bernthal, Carrie Coon, Liam Neeson, Colin Farrell, Elizabeth Debicki, Michelle Rodriguez. We have a hell of a cast here.
Yes.
And plus, I mentioned, you know, the director and the writer of this movie, and it just looks like an awesome film.
It really does.
It's a heist film, and it looks like something crazy happens, so these women have to take matters into their own hands, and I think Daniel Kaluuya will be playing one of the villains, which is really exciting, honestly. And yeah, the movie just looks really well made. It looks really good. So I would definitely recommend watching the trailer if you haven't seen it yet. I can't wait to see more of what like a future trailer. I can't wait to see it because I just think this movie looks really well done. So what do you guys think of the trailer for Widows?
I thought the trailer was great. Like this, this had my interest when I first heard about it. And, Steve McQueen, of course, he directed Shame, 12 Years a Slave, both great movies. So I am interested to see where he goes with this one next. And has a very interesting story to it. I really liked a lot of the things happening in the trailer. This has a very big cast to it. So, yeah, I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this movie, honestly. It has me very intrigued.
Yeah, for sure. It's that's a good word. It's like a very intriguing trailer.
Yes.
That's how I describe it, too. What about you, Andrew? What do you think?
I was very intrigued by it. I really don't know what's going to happen. And it just intrigued me because it seemed so much was going on, and yet we know nothing. So I'm intrigued by that mystery, and I think the two standouts for me, at least, were Viola Davis and Daniel Kaluuya. I think it's very interesting. I want to see what he does because, he broke out last year with Get Out, and I'm a fan of him. I have been ever since I saw Get Out. So, obviously he's a great talent, and I want to see what else he could bring to the table.
Yeah, so we have a couple people in the live chat talking about Widows. Jackson Fulcher says, Widows actually does look pretty great. Can't wait to see more. Yeah, same. Kevin Falk says, Widows just screams one of the best movies of the year. Honestly, yeah, it kind of does. It's like, this movie's coming out. You guys should be aware of it. It'll be one of the best movies of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I never seen the trailer. Watch the trailer. For sure. I would definitely recommend watching the trailer. All right, so that pretty much wraps my discussion for that. It looks really good. I like Steve McQueen. He also directed not just 12 Years a Slave, but Shame, which is a really good movie with Michael Fassbender. And he directed Hunger with Michael Fassbender. So this is actually the first movie he's doing without Michael Fassbender. He won't be in this movie.
I'm assuming him and Michael Fassbender are pals.
Yeah, I assume so. I mean, hey, they're great. They work great together. I mean, Michael Fassbender killed it in all three of the movies he's been in with him. So, all right. So the next teaser trailer. Now, this one I'm not going to have much to say about, but I want to talk about it because the teaser trailer looks very intriguing as well. And that is, I might mispronounce it. But if I say it wrong, please correct me. Suspiria.
I have no fucking clue how to say it.
My boy.
All right, Suspiria. So, this is a horror remake. Now, I'm going to be real with you guys. I never even heard of the original one until I saw this trailer. I'm like, yeah, there's an original movie from the 70s. I was like, I never even heard of this movie. Apparently, the original one's really good, though, so I am definitely going to see it before this one comes out. I don't have a grasp of what this movie really is about, but you can definitely tell that there's a horror vibe to it and that things look like they're going to be okay in the beginning, but then, like, some shit's going to go down, and it's like, oh, my God, it's not what it seems like. Tilda Swinton is in it. Dakota Johnson is in it too. Now I know that kind of makes people a little iffy, but because she's most famous for 50 Shades of Grey series. But I will say she was in Black Mass, and even though she wasn't in that for very long, I thought she was very good in that movie. So I have a feeling that she would be really good in this movie too. So I'm definitely willing to give her a chance. And yeah, I just think I thought it was a very intriguing teaser. I want to see the original one because I hear great things about the original one. I've read reviews of it when I'm like, the hell is this? So I just looked it up online and saw pretty good reviews of it. And yeah, this is actually from director Luca something. All you need to know is
I could be pronouncing this wrong.
Call me by a name director. So I'll just say that he directed the Oscar-nominated film. Call Me by Your Name. Oscar-winning film. Call Me by Your Name, which I still haven't seen. But yeah, I'm very intrigued for this movie. So what do you guys think?
At least I think it won an Oscar.
Yeah,
it did. Best screenplay, I think.
Oh, there you go. Should have went to Logan, but all right.
I like how you're so sure and correcting me, like Oscar winning. Like, wait, did it win?
Yeah, I don't.
Classic Andrew. But no. But I do think this looks intriguing. The trailer did actually kind of intrigue me. I was like, oh, this actually seems intriguing. I've never seen the original either. I hear it's very, very disturbing though. But this trailer did really disturb me. I was like, oh God, like I am intrigued to see where it could go. It does have me hooked. I am interested to see where this movie could be heading, honestly. So yeah, I did like the trailer. I thought it was very intriguing.
All right. Did you see?
And also, hopefully, this could break out Dakota Johnson from the 50 Shades movies. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm. All right. What'd you think of the teaser, Andrew? If you saw it.
It was very fucking intense. I mean, like, I had no idea what's going on, and that makes me excited for it because it goes, oh shit, like, this shit looks like it's about to go down, and I gotta find out what happens. So if there's another trailer released to this, I don't want to see it because I'm fine with this because I'm hooked and I'm already sold.
All right. So MC Deadpool says Suspiria looks pretty great. Jackson says looks phenomenal. Need to see the original soon. Kevin Falk says easily my most anticipated horror film of the year besides Halloween. The original is literally one of the most creative and terrifying things I've ever seen. Okay, so Kevin has seen the original, and he says go into it as blind as possible. Yeah, I don't want to read the plot or anything. I'm just gonna watch the original, not knowing anything, because that'd probably make the movie better for me anyway. Dakota Johnson was actually fantastic. Yeah, she was. Like I said, she was really good, and that's why I'm not like as hard because, I mean, granted, 50 Shades, no one was good in that movie. So I mean, that's why I'm giving giving her a chance. And like I said, she was really good in Black Mass. So, yeah. Oh, and MC Deadpool says Chloe Grace Moretz is also in it. Oh, I didn't see. Did you guys see her in the trailer? I don't remember seeing her in the trailer.
I don't remember seeing her in the trailer either.
All right.
She still acts.
Yeah. The last movie I saw her in was it Kick-Ass 2 or Carrie? I think. I don't think I saw her in anything after that.
Carrie, Kevin's favorite movie ever.
I think she's pretty talented though. So
yeah.
All right. So that's all I got to say. I mean, there's not much to say, unfortunately, about the trailer itself. Just that it's a very good teaser. There's not even a lot of dialogue in the teaser. It's just like, you just see a brief glimpse of what to expect with like a very intense and haunting score in the background, and it's like, oh shit, it's very effective. So I can't wait. All right. So the next. I have 3 more trailers to go, so we're almost done with the trailer discussions. Next trailer I want to talk about is White Boy Rick. White Boy Rick.
I did not see the trailer for this, so I can't.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, in any case, we'll briefly talk about it regardless. Yes. White Boy Rick is a new film coming out later in the year. It stars Matthew McConaughey, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and just 1 second,
McConaughey, Jennifer Jason Leigh.
RJ
Siller.
Yeah, RJ Siller. Thank you. So this is actually based on a true story, and the story is not about Matthew McConaughey's character. It's actually about his son, Richard. Oh my God, I'm gonna mispronounce this. Richard Jr. I'm just gonna say that. Who?
White Boy Rick.
Yes, who was an undercover informant for the FBI during the 1980s, and he's known as the youngest hustler and drug kingpin, and he did all that before he was 16. And it's based off. So this is based off a true story, and I will say the movie looks good. I was impressed with the trailer. This is coming out in September, and yeah, I mean, I like the trailer. I didn't like it as much as the trailers for like Widows or the teaser trailer we just talked about, Suspiria. But it does look good. I think Matthew McConaughey is very talented. I liked him a lot in this trailer. And Jennifer Jason Leigh, I think she's a really good actress as well. And I'd never seen that kid before, the kid who's playing White Boy Rick, but he looks good in the movie. So we'll see how that goes. I think it looks good. Like, it's not on my top of the list for the movies I want to see the most, but I am definitely intrigued to see it. So what do you guys think of the trailer?
I unfortunately did not see it, but I should.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably check it out maybe after we're done with the podcast because it does sound intriguing.
All right, Andrew, what do you think of the trailer?
No, I really liked it. I really liked McConaughey is just easily one of my favorite actors.
Oh yeah.
And Jennifer Jason Leigh is solid, and I really do like R.J. Siller. He was my favorite part of Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl.
Oh yeah, he was good in that movie. Yeah.
And he was really good in that. And I know even though you didn't like Power Rangers that much,
I liked him in the movie.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even though I really did like Power Rangers, I could agree he was the best part of the movie, and he gave a great performance in that. So I mean, even though I haven't seen him in too much, I'm still a fan of his. I want to see him in more because obviously, at least in my eyes, he's 2 for 2. So I want to see him in more, and it looks really good. I agree with you though. It's not like my most anticipated, but it looks like a good movie. So
Yeah. So let's see. Jackson Fulcher says White Boy Rick looks pretty good. Kevin Falk says it looks solid. Asa says I never even heard of White Boy Rick. Yeah, it's like a smaller kind of film, so I don't think it's gonna be a limited release though. I think it's coming out September 14th, like mainstream. So, oh, actually, I'm sorry. There's one thing Kevin Falk says about the teaser we mentioned before, and I completely forgot to mention this. This might give you even more hope. The original actress from the film is actually going to play a major role in this one as well, so that definitely has me on board. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. The main actress of Jessica Harper, she'll be playing apparently a different role in the new one, so that's interesting, at least to me.
Yeah.
All right, so that's pretty much it for White Boy Rick. It looks good, so let's hope it's good. All right, so 2 more trailers. Only 2 more.
I'm 8 for 8 so far. Let's see if I can go 10 for 10.
All right, number 9, we have A Star Is Born. The new trailer
yes.
came out earlier today, actually. This stars Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, and Bradley Cooper is actually directing the film as well.
Yes.
So this is actually the 3rd remake. There's one that came out in 1937. The 2nd remake stars Judy Garland, and the 3rd one stars Barbara Streisand. Now, I've only seen the first one, the 1937 one. I thought that was pretty good. It's actually a little different though, because the first one's not about music. It's more of like the act of the woman wanted to be an actress, and then he tries to help her be a bigger star. So the other movies are like music based. They're trying to make her into I think a better musician or something. Anyway, I love the teaser trailer to this. I think this looks really good, actually. I think Bradley Cooper looks great. Lady Gaga looks really good, and I love the music in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how the trailer was set up. There's not really. It's basically most of it is singing, but you get to see the background how things play out. It seems like things go fine in the beginning, but then something happens where their relationship might,
crumble.
Might crumble, and some shit might happen. I think it looks pretty good, honestly. Like I said, I've only seen the 1937 one. I do plan on seeing the other 2 movies before the new one comes out, but I think this new trailer looks really good. And what has me intrigued too is Bradley Cooper directing, because I think Bradley Cooper is talented in general. So seeing him, behind the chair and making a movie, that has me intrigued. And like I said, I like the trailer, so it looks good. So if you guys have seen the trailer, what do you guys think?
I thought the trailer was great. I really loved this trailer a lot. I do love music a lot, so I love me a good music-based film. And, this seems like it could be really intriguing. And, Bradley Cooper's a great actor, looking like Elias up in this bitch.
Really? For real?
And Lady Gaga, who I think looks like she could give a really great performance in this, honestly. I love her as a singer. I think she's an absolutely talented musician. So, but I haven't seen really her in any acting stuff, so I can't really judge her as an actress. But by the looks of this, it seemed like she's going to be really good and hopefully give a great performance. So, yeah, I can't wait for this. I think this looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Andrew, did you see the trailer for this one?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what'd you think of it?
It looked really good. I mean, I haven't seen any of the versions, but no, this looks really good. I really enjoyed Bradley Cooper. I'm very intrigued by him directing it, so that's always good. And Lady Gaga looks really good in this role. I mean, she's obviously very talented. So, I can't wait to see this one.
All right. Jackson Fulcher says, "A Star Is Born" is Kevin's most anticipated film of all time. Sammy says a Star is Born remake trailer is freaking amazing. He loved it. Yes, she was on American Horror Story. Yes, that's right. She was in the 5th season, Hotel.
She won a Golden Globe for that one, I think.
Yeah, she did. She did. MC Deadpool says, "Is it me or does Lady Gaga in the trailer kind of looks like Barbara Streisand?" I didn't see it personally, so I don't know. I didn't see it. But yeah, it looks really good. I want to see it for sure. Yes. All right, and the last trailer that I'll be talking about is now I don't know if you guys have seen this because this is like I think this is like an independent film. The Old Man and the Gun. Have you guys seen that trailer?
No.
Okay, all right.
I went 10 for 10, boys. I think this is a very big accomplishment.
Oh, you want 10 for 10? Okay, I was 8 for 10. I think that's still pretty good.
Yeah, hey, that's 80%. That's still really.
Yeah, you got a B.
All right, so The Old Man and the Gun. For those of you who don't know what this is from the director of one of your guys' favorite movies of last year, A Ghost Story. And basically, the film is based on. This is also based on a true story of Forrest Tucker, and he was a man who, even at the age of 70, he was doing these kind of heists and stuff. So you get to see it. You get to see that. The movie gives me a vibe of comedy and a crime drama put together because the way the trailer is edited looks like it's a dark comedy. Not only is Robert Redford the main actor of the film, but you have Danny Glover, who's in the film as well, Elizabeth Moss, and Casey Affleck, who's also in the movie. This looks pretty good. I don't think it looks incredible or anything, but it does look good. And I guess I'm kind of intrigued to see it, so that's all I really have to say. The trailer didn't really amaze me, but it looks like a well-done film. So, Andrew, since you said you saw the trailer, what'd you think of it?
No, I'm intrigued. It kind of gave me off some Hell or High Water vibes. Well, I don't. It didn't look quite as good as Hell or High Water, but it did give me off that kind of just vibe.
Right.
Robert Redford is a legend, and he looks just great in this role. And I'm sure no matter how the movie will turn out, he'll be great. But
yes.
But the movie does look good.
Mm-hmm.
It's I didn't even know this movie was coming out, so I'm glad I saw the trailer because now I know about it.
All right, so that's all there is pretty much to say about that. So that is all my trailer discussions. I do have a few more movie topics other than the trailer discussion, so let's get right to it. So the next thing I want to talk about is a movie that came out a couple of weeks ago called Solo, a Star Wars story.
A small independent film.
Yes, a very small independent film. I don't think many of you have seen, but actually, low key, I'm kind of maybe I might be serious because this is actually regarding the box office and stuff. Because according to this article on BusinessInsider.com, it is expected to Solo is expected to lose Disney at least $50 million. It might be the first Star Wars movie to lose money. So, for those of you who don't know, the film opened up domestically in its first opening weekend at 83 million, which 83 million is a lot for a Star Wars movie. Oh man, that's especially considering how much Force Awakens and even Rogue One made, under 100 million. Like, it's kind of unheard of for a Star Wars.
Yeah.
Film. And even in the second week, 65% it dropped. So, and reportedly it says it's unlikely to gross past 400 million at the global box office against an estimated total budget that would exceed its gross. So, yeah, this movie, it's funny because it's not like it's doing terrible, but for Star Wars standards, it's not doing well at all. And honestly, I'm not the kind of guy that I'm like, oh, thank God or thank this, but this doesn't bother me too much. I mean, honestly, I didn't care for the movie anyway, so that's why.
Oh, no.
But yeah. Do you guys have any thoughts on this about Solo?
This is disappointing, especially considering I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and the fact that it's not doing too well. Yeah. Obviously it's doing well, but it should be doing better considering it's a Star Wars movie. That's a better way to put it. But yeah, this disappoints me.
Let me tell you, I thought it might have made more than Deadpool 2, like in terms of opening weekend, like 125 million. I thought it was might have passed that, but man, it didn't make it over 100 million. I was like, oh my
Damn.
God, that's crazy. Wait, you have any thoughts on this, Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, it just shows that like this movie probably shouldn't have been made, and that we should get original Star Wars movies,
Not spin-offs of characters.
Listen, I got fucking pissed the other day. It's just like we don't need a fucking Lando movie. We don't need a fucking Boba Fett movie. We don't need a fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. We don't need a fucking Yoda movie. We don't need a fucking Darth Vader movie. I see these fucking fans, Star Wars fans, these casual fucks that are going, oh, we need to see what happens to Darth Vader beforehand. Bro, if you want to see what happens to Darth Vader before he becomes fucking Darth Vader, watch the fucking prequels, bro. Like,
or just don't watch the prequels either.
Oh, and they're the same fucks that were asking for a fucking Rogue One sequel. Like, bro, watch fucking A New Hope. There's your fucking Rogue One sequel.
All right, so let's see. Yeah, everyone in the chat as talking about Solo says it's just okay. Yeah. Let me see. Aaliyah says my uncle hated a Solo Star Wars movie. That's funny. All right, so I'll just move on to the next topic because I think I pretty much covered what I had to. The next topic I want to go over. This was released. This was announced like 2 weeks ago, but I'll go over it anyway because we didn't have a podcast last week. This is something kind of exciting. Spawn will be coming back. There'll be a new Spawn film, and Jamie Foxx will be playing Spawn.
Oh.
Yes.
A couple of things to just say because there isn't really much news surrounding this other than Jamie Foxx. Will be starring as Spawn. This is going to be from Blumhouse, and Todd McFarlane, who actually wrote the comics for Spawn, he's actually directing this movie. So yeah, I mean I hated the movie with Michael.
I didn't see. I have never seen it, so I can't judge.
But it's pretty bad. But Spawn is apparently like this very dark character, and I think Jamie Foxx is just a very talented individual in general. So it makes me excited to see him as Spawn. And yeah, I mean, hopefully it's good. So do you guys have any thoughts on that?
I can't wait. Like you said, Spawn is a very dark character because he is. If you've ever seen the animated series that HBO did years ago, they actually did like what the character is supposed to be, and it's very dark and very gruesome. And I hope that's where this movie goes into. And hopefully they make an actual good Spawn movie.
Yeah.
But like I said, I haven't seen that Spawn movie, but I hear it's not good.
But it was rated R too.
Yeah. What was that one rated R?
I don't know. I mean, even if it was rated R, it was shit anyway. So,
but hopefully, I'm excited and I'm intrigued. Jamie Foxx is a fantastic actor, so I think he'll nail the role. But we'll just have to wait and see where it could go.
All right. You have any thoughts, Andrew?
I met Todd McFarlane once. He really liked my cosplay at Comic-Con that year.
Oh,
where did you go as?
Oh, I went as Merle from The Walking Dead, so he gave me a free toy.
Oh, nice.
And he signed it.
Ooh.
So he is now a friend of mine. So I support him.
All right. Okay, so next thing I want to talk about, actually, Danny Russman sent me this last night to talk about it. So I'll briefly mention it because there's not really much else to say, but it's very random. So just keep in mind it's a very random thing. All right, so you guys know who Cupid is, right?
Yes, bow and arrow, yes. Valentine's Day, yeah, lovey-dovey.
Well, they'll be making an animated film of this character.
Oh, yes! Fuck yeah!
And, well, not only that, they already have the actor who will be voicing. And this actor will also be the executive producer for this movie.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, I'll give you guys one guess of who it could be.
Justin Bieber.
Yes.
I read about the article.
Okay, yeah, that's
right.
Oh, way to ruin the surprise.
Well, yeah.
I'm an ass. What can I say?
That's who it is. What do you guys think of this? I don't even know what to think. It's just random as fuck for me.
It's random. That's the best way I can put it. It's random as hell. I mean, I'm not a fan of Justin Bieber, but I don't know. I really don't know what to think.
Yeah, it'll be coming out in a couple of years from now. O'Brien says live action film. No, it's animated. It's an animated film.
Dear Jesus, imagine fucking Justin Bieber and his tidy whities trying to be a live action Cupid.
Oh my god. What about you, Andrew? You have any thoughts on this? I don't even know what to think. I'm like, it's just so random.
I know exactly what the fucking think.
All right, tell me, what is there to think?
I mean, this is obviously going to be the second greatest movie behind Duck Duck Goose.
So, okay, yeah, you're right.
You boys better get hyped. Everybody better get hyped because this is going to be a great movie. Mark my words. And I'm never wrong. So.
All right, so there you have it. So I have only 3 more topics for movies left. Cupid rated R starring Colin Farrell. Oh, dear God. All right, so the next topic I want to talk about is something that was announced yesterday, and it makes me question why. It's like, oh, my God. So Jared Leto is reprising his role as the Joker, who was previously in Suicide Squad. And this Joker will be getting his own film. All right, here's the thing. Jared Leto, for me, I think he's very talented. I think he's a very good actor. I like him a lot as a singer, too. But he was not good in Suicide Squad as a Joker. I'm sorry. I thought he was terrible in that movie. So, and I feel like more people disliked his performance more than liked his performance. You know what I mean? So I feel like a solo film starring him, it's like, did anyone really ask for that? Like anyone? And aren't they? It's like we all knew that DC doesn't know what they're doing with this whole DCEU and everything. And this just showcases that even more. It's like we all want to see Matt Reeves the Batman. Like that's what we want to see. But no, they're making literally everything else.
Except for that.
And there's like, isn't there like a Martin Scorsese Joker movie coming out too? I don't think this is the same movie as that. So it's like they're all over the place, literally. DC is a mess. That's all I can say. And
very much.
A mess is an understatement.
Because Jared Leto is Suicide Squad, not a fan. So, what do you guys think?
Whatever, I guess. I wasn't really too huge on Jared Leto as the Joker, so I mean, I don't know why the hell he's getting his own standalone movie, but whatever, I guess.
And what about you, Andrew?
I mean, I agree with you. Who the fuck asked for this? I just want to see the Matt Reeves Batman at this point. I really don't care about the DCEU.
Yeah, we're having Aquaman later in the year, and I still have yet to see Justice League, but I don't know. James Wan.
You're not missing out.
Oh yeah, that's what I hear. And you know what? Here's the thing too, because what I like about the Joker is that you don't know much about him. So I feel like an origin story would be like, really?
That's why I think the Joker is Heath Ledger's version is so like just such a great villain. You know little to know, and that you know very little about him, and that makes him just all that more terrifying.
Yeah, and all the backstories that he says, they're all bullshit because like he changes the story each time. So it's like, oh shit, what's real, what isn't? But yeah, it's happening. So Warner Brothers, you just don't know what the hell you're doing. It's damn. All right, so speaking of DC, my next topic, I'm excited to talk about this. I'm very late on this, but I don't care. I want to talk about it anyway. This is a movie review of a film I got for my birthday 2 weeks ago, Batman Ninja. So
yeah.
I finally saw this goddamn movie. Finally.
Bootman.
What?
I said Bootman.
Okay. Anyway, Batman Ninja is a film I was very much anticipating. Ever since I saw the trailer in October, I got the Blu-ray for my birthday, so I saw it, and I think it's awesome. I know Andrew talked about this movie weeks ago, and Double Nine reviewed it on his channel, so I know they both have seen the film. I thought it was a hell of a ride, man. I thought the animation is really, really beautiful to look at. Like we were kind of talking about how it reminded us of the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse trailer. It's like very comic book like, and yeah, it really shows that like something like Batman and anime really work well together. And I will say, this movie goes off the rails. Like in the third act, like shit just goes crazy.
Yeah, for the love of fuck, like, dude, it's glorious in every way.
Yeah. And it is polarizing, though. Like, I know a lot of people have hated it for that. They thought it just went too far and it just got goofy. But I just thought it was awesome. Like, I just had a smile on my face the whole time. And honestly, I would like to see more superheroes in, like, anime form, honestly. I think it'd be really interesting to see what they'd be like. And the fight scenes are really good, too. Like, they're actually really well done. So I would definitely recommend seeing this movie. It's awesome. I give it, like, a 9 out of 10. I saw it in Japanese with the English subtitles. So I don't know how the English dubbing really is, but I saw it in the original language with subtitles. So yeah, I think it's really good. All right. A couple of questions. Aaliyah says, Diego, did you like Roger Craig Smith voicing Batman? If that's the guy who voiced Batman and Batman Ninja, yes, I thought he was really good. I thought the voice acting is terrific, honestly. So Kevin Falk says, still got to see that one. Asa says, I still need to see Batman Ninja. Yeah, no, it's really good. And I know these two really liked it as well.
Yes.
Owen Buckner, speaking of anime, I started watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and it might be my new favorite anime TV show ever. Awesome. That's cool. All right. And my last movie topic for tonight is a list from WatchMojo.com. This is the top 10 terrible films of 2018 so far. Now, I'm not going to lie. I've only seen like 2 movies on this list, but I know Double Nine has seen a lot of movies this year so far. So maybe Double Nine.
Maybe I could attest to this a little bit more.
Yes. All right. So in any case, I'm going to read what they have as the worst of the year so far. All right. Number 10, Winchester.
That's fucking terrible.
All right. Number 9, Proud Mary.
That's fucking terrible too.
Great song though.
Number 8, I Feel Pretty. The Amy.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either. Number 7, The Cloverfield Paradox.
I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good either.
Yeah, no, that wasn't good. Number 6, The Outsider.
Oh, that was awful. Jesus.
Yeah, that's the Jared Leto one. That's on Netflix.
Yeah, that sucked.
Oh, great.
Number 5, this one I have seen. The 1517 to Paris.
Which I heard was not good.
I have not seen that.
That wasn't good. Although I wouldn't say it's like horrendous or anything. All right, number 4, Sherlock Gnomes.
I heard that was terrible.
Number 3, Death Wish.
That was okay.
Number 2, Truth or Dare.
That was fucking terrible.
That was pretty bad.
And number 1, I think the most predictable choice, 50 Shades Free.
I still haven't seen it. I probably won't ever see it.
All right.
I have great pride in saying that I've never seen or will never see a 50 Shades of Grey movie.
You are a lucky man. Okay, I've only seen... Okay, Jackson, are you here, you bastard? The only reason I saw the second one is because of his goddamn review. His review made this sound like to be the most glorious thing of all time, and it wasn't.
It was garbage. Oh, my God.
Listen, I think number 1 is completely wrong. I think it should be the fucking kissing booth because, by God.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't even mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they didn't see it, but man, that movie was terrible. Double Nine sends me fucking memes all the time about people complaining that they saw the fucking kissing booth. And they rightfully should complain about the
Yeah, I like it. I've been like sending him like tweets of people like just like questioning that this is even the movie.
They're like, I hate my friend. They made me watch the kissing booth. Yes, you should hate your fucking friend for making you watching the fucking kissing booth.
All right. All right, Double Nine. If you have any movie topics, you can go ahead and say them.
I have number one, and that is Jared Leto. Speaking of fucking Jared Leto, we've mentioned 3 times in this fucking thing. And he wants to play Jeff Buckley in a new biopic that they're apparently doing of the singer. So according to reports, according to Jeff Buckley's former manager, that they are apparently approaching the fact that they're going to make a biopic about Mr. Buckley himself. And there are two people that are really in consideration for the role right now, and that is Jared Leto and Christian Bale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are like the two people that are in the line of work for the role right now. And now the reason I'm talking about this is because I said this a couple weeks ago. I think Jeff Buckley is the greatest vocalist that ever has ever graced a microphone, to be honest with you. And I don't know how it would feel. Now, I do think Christian Bale's a better actor than Jared Leto.
I agree.
But here's the thing. I think Jared Leto's a better singer than Christian Bale. So it's a tough situation. You know, I mean, like, it's like, I think Jared Leto could, listen, no one can ever come close to what Jeff Buckley sounded like, but if you're going to perform his songs, I think Leto would be the best way to go to it. But I don't know, if you want someone to go in the right direction of wanting to make a better just performance, I think Christian Bale is perfect for that. But I don't know really how to feel about this, to be honest.
Yeah, same. I'm not sure. I mean, Jared Leto, like you said, he's a better singer than I imagine Christian Bale, but Christian Bale is the better actor.
But yeah, Christian Bale is like the better actor.
Mm-hmm.
So, and honestly, if they should get anybody to play this role, it should be James Franco, since he fucking like looks like Jeff Buckley pretty scarily, actually. I would hope that maybe if they do this biopic, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at either choice, because for the reasons I said. But I'd rather much get Christian Bale if they want a better performance, nonetheless.
Yeah, he does look like James Franco quite a bit.
Yeah, but that's who I would want. That I would really like to see James Franco take the part, because, like I say, he like looks almost exactly like him. It's kind of scary, yeah. But it'd be really hard for me to kind of see someone try to sing his songs because of just how amazing, just of how much I put his voice on like a pedestal. You know what I mean? So, but who knows? Maybe they could do a good job. I don't know what you guys think about this.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same boat as you are, honestly. Yeah, I'd say, Jared Leto, maybe. I mean, they're both good actors, so we'll see who they pick. But you're right. He looks just like James Franco, though. So
yeah,
we'll see. Tommy Wiseau as Jeff Buckley.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. You have any thoughts on that, Andrew?
Nothing that hasn't already been said.
All right. So that's all your movie topics, Double Nine?
Oh, wait, if I could touch on this real quick. The short list for Willy Wonka.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can talk about that.
Now, because I forgot about this actually until you guys brought it up in the chat. Now, there are 3 people being considered for the role, which is Ryan Gosling, Donald Glover, and Ezra Miller. Out of all those 3, I want to see Donald Glover get the role the most, honestly. Like, I would be very interested to see how he would do as Willy Wonka. Like, will he be like the smooth-ass, like, Willy Wonka? Like, I want to see that shit. Like, I do, honestly. But if they went with Ryan Gosling, I wouldn't be too mad at that either, because I could see him as like a young Gene Wilder a little bit, so I wouldn't be like too mad about that. Ezra Miller, I'm not too sure about that. I mean, the dude's a good actor, but I don't know if I see him as like Willy Wonka.
I don't know if I see him as that either.
Yeah, so, but I personally want Donald Glover, but they gave it to Ryan Gosling. I could see why, because he does kind of look like a young Gene Wilder somewhat. So,
yeah.
What do you guys think?
Honestly, I don't want a remake. Honestly, like we had one with Johnny Depp, and that wasn't even good. So yeah. I don't know why they're doing another one. But if I had to pick between the 3, I would be more interested to see Donald Glover playing Willy Wonka. But honestly, not to be that guy or anything, but I wouldn't want another Willy Wonka remake to begin with. Like, just stick with the original, honestly, which is really good. So.
All right, that's all my movie topics.
All right, Andrew, what are your movie topics?
I got a few. The first one is in regards to the Batman. Matt Reeves, the Batman, to be precise, and the the it's just speculation for now that the Penguin is possibly going to be the main villain. Which, I mean, I like the Penguin. I think the Penguin could be a very smart person, a smart villain, and just a cool villain in general if used right. But I thought previously that uh, 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 Deathstroke was going to be the main villain, so this is why it kind of confuses me. And I'd rather see Deathstroke because I like Deathstroke better as a villain, and I just we've seen the Penguin before, and I'd rather see Deathstroke because not only is I just think he's a better villain, just something we haven't seen before. So, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
I'm very interested to see where they could go with the Penguin. I'm not so sure who I would get to play him, but I'd be very interested to see him as the main villain for the Batman movie.
Just get Danny DeVito to play him again.
Yeah, just fuck it. Just get him to play him again.
I saw a post saying some people wanted Alfred Molina to play Penguin. I don't think that'd be a bad choice.
Yeah, no, that'd be a good choice.
That'd be a good choice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like the Penguin character. I thought Danny DeVito is really good as Penguin in Batman Returns. But if they do it, I hope they get a good actor to play him. So I just want to see this Batman movie out of all the DC EU.
Yeah, I legit, like, it's funny, even though I wasn't too big of a fan of Batman v Superman or Justice League, my favorite parts were the Batman parts. So that only, like, while, like, as a whole, those made me less excited for, like, everything else. That made me more excited for a Batman movie. Like, I just want this fucking Batman movie.
Yeah. All right. What's your next movie topic?
I do because just because I like putting the time and effort to sit down and review movies on my channel for movies that I truly feel like deserve getting reviewed. And so I'm reviewing a movie. It's a movie that we talked about a little bit about, and that is Solo. I just don't feel like reviewing it on my channel. And it's funny because I know I used to joke that like I'm lazy and that's why I don't put out a lot of reviews. There was legit. It's been what, like a week and a half, 2 weeks since the movie came out.
Like about a week and a half.
Yeah.
I legit, not that I was lazy, I just kept on forgetting that this movie happened. So I just never made a review because how could I make a review if I just don't remember that there is a movie to be reviewed? So I figured I'd do it now because I just, like I said, I don't feel like doing it on my channel. I didn't feel like doing the kissing booth on my channel, so I'll do it here.
Don't you ever put Solo and the kissing booth in the same fucking sentence ever again.
Oh, I will. Watch me. But yeah, this like I've already said, this is a very, very forgettable movie, and that sucks to say because Star Wars shouldn't be forgettable. Star Wars shouldn't be this mediocre, considering that it's based off of one of, if not the most beloved character in the whole series. It does have some good things about it. Like, I think, Alden Ehrenreich, I don't think I said that correctly, but you guys know who I mean.
Yeah.
I thought he was great in this part. I think that, they nailed the casting for that, and he just did a really good job. I mean, overall, the acting was really good. I really liked Emilia Clarke's performance. Woody Harrelson was pretty good. Donald Glover, also really good. But while the performances were good, I could care less about any of the characters except for the already established characters. Like, the only ones I just really cared about were Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Lando. But they were already established, so I don't think that should count. And anyway, they didn't really expand upon the characters, and there was nothing new added to their personality or to just the characters in general. So that's also something like just a missed opportunity to kind of expand the characters, and they didn't do that. And this is a Star Wars movie, and there was a lot of times where I was kind of bored by it, and the pacing just really just dragged for me a lot. And I mean, while it's not the worst thing in the world, which is a good thing, I guess, it just like it was clear that this movie was clearly made for money, and it sucks because yes, money is good and all, but like I like seeing movies that are made because people enjoy making movies, not because of the money. And it's clear that Kathleen Kennedy just wanted money, and they knew they were going to get money out of this. Despite the fact that, they're going to lose $50 million. And, with all this, with just seeing how this turned out, and with all this talk of this person's going to get a spin-off, and this person, I just want to see original stuff. Star Wars is a big universe, and we could go explore it and do different things, original things, and that's what I want. I give this is a very mediocre, and like I've said, forgettable movie. I give this a C minus. I understand if you like it or not, but this is just my personal feelings on the movie.
Yeah.
All right, and you have any more topics for movies?
I got one more. Last podcast, I said that I was gonna start going back and discussing my top 10s of previous years, and I did 2016, so I'll do 2015 because I also already had that list. After this one, it's probably going to be a while before I do 2014 because I want to watch a bunch of movies before I do it, because I don't have the list written down. And the only reason, like I said, I'm doing 2016, 2015 so like early is because I already had those written down. So anyway, let's get it started. Coming in.
Let's get it started.
Shut up. All right, so I do have honorable mentions. Them being Inside Out, Spotlight, Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation, Sicario, and Dope. All great movies, but not good enough to make my list. All right, coming in at number 10 is Straight Outta Compton. I think this was a fantastic biopic. It really gave you a lot of insight into the NWA and just how they were as a group and the relationships between them. And I thought it was just it was very insightful, and I just very great movie. Number 9 is The Revenant. This was this movie fantastic. Leo gives a great performance, finally winning for finally winning that Oscar that he long deserved. And then you got Tom Hardy, who was having a killer year that year, also getting nominated, but also Domhnall Gleeson, who's again also having a great year with this and 2 other movies I will name a little bit later. And just the cinematography, I'm a big fan of cinematography, and the cinematography in this is fantastic. I mean, whoever Inarritu works with cinematography, just keep on working with them, bro, because Birdman and this one, I believe, are the same person.
Emmanuel Lubensky.
Yeah. And, they're both probably just some of the best shot movies I've ever seen. Coming in number 8 is Kingsman: The Secret Service. This is this is funny because this pays homage to Bond, but it also feels very original, and it really pays off for that. This also kind of has the feel to Kick-Ass, which is understandable because both are directed by Matt Vaughn. And this really put Taron Egerton on the map. which I would love to see more of him. And, Colin Firth, who would think that he could do an action movie. And, Sam Jackson, always great to see him. Coming in at number 7 is Creed. This is probably my favorite out of the Rocky movies. I actually prefer Raging Bull over any of the Rocky movies, to be honest. But nonetheless, I think Creed is the best. Michael Jordan was already. I already knew who he was with Fruitvale Station, but this, I think, established him as a star, and I think just seeing him and his relationship between Stallone was fantastic. Coming in number 6 is by the greatest director of all time, Quentin Tarantino, The Hateful Eight. This is fucking Kevin. This is I really love this movie. It's very well written, and I expect that in most Tarantino movies, them to be well written. But also, this has very great performances by Sam Jackson, by Jennifer Jason Leigh, Kurt Russell, also fantastic. I believe Bruce Dern is in this as well, and just a very great ensemble cast. And I like how it ended. I thought that was just quite a nice surprise. Coming in at number 5 is Ex Machina. This is really put Alex Garland on the map, and I think that I'm excited with this and Annihilation to see what he does next. But how this is an original sci-fi movie, and I love it. Alicia Vikander was fantastic in this, and so was Oscar Isaac and Domhnall Gleeson. And I just remember people saying, "Oh, we get to see Oscar Isaac and Domhnall Gleeson before Star Wars," which is interesting. And you could obviously, they have good chemistry there. Coming in at number 4 is The Martian. This movie could have easily been depressing as fuck because of the story, but it's not. And I give so much credit to this movie for that. Matt Damon kills it, and I think Ridley Scott was very much snubbed for Best Director this year. He should have easily have
been nominated.
But nonetheless, the Oscars suck. So what are we gonna do? Coming in at number 3 is Star Wars: The Force Awakens. This is probably, this is easily one of the most anticipated movies of all time, arguably of all time, and it set up a new generation, set up a new trilogy, and it introduced new characters while having the old characters, and I think it blended everything perfectly together. It introduced me to the love of my life, who loves me back and not 999.
Shut up!
And also gives some great characters to like Finn and Kylo Ren. And, and I love how the old characters get a good amount of screen time, but not too much screen time. And I loved what they did with Luke in this one. Coming in at number 2 is Mad Max Fury Road. I actually only have seen the first one up before this, and I was excited for this, but I didn't expect this to blow me away like it did. It is I think it is a pretty groundbreaking movie, and like I said, Tom Hardy was having a killer year that year, and Mad Max proves it. Coming in at number 1. I joke about this all the time, but I seriously, truly love this movie, and I truly do think this is the best of the year, and that is The Gift. I joke all the time. The only person to have the gift as their #1 of the year. I mean, maybe there's someone out there, but I have yet to see this person. And if you are out there, I love you. But no, like I like this is easily the most surprising movie of the year because this looks so generic and it just didn't look good. But when I saw it, everything about it blew me away. And I liked it a lot when I first saw it, but it stuck with me so much with how it ended and just the little and I had to see it again. And the second time I saw it, I noticed I noticed these little things, and the foreshadowing in this movie is fantastic. And I think that this is easily the most underappreciated movie of the year in terms of awards, because I think this should have gotten a lot more award recognition because the writing is brilliant, the directing is brilliant. Joel Edgerton is brilliant. Everything about this movie is just brilliant and is easily not only my favorite movie of the year, but one of my favorite movies of the decade and probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
All right. So, and is that all your movie topics?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now we're gonna go to TV. I only have 2 TV topics today, so I'll just go and say what they are. My first TV topic is more of an announcement, more than an actual discussion. So, Orange is the New Black is a very popular Netflix show, and season 6 will be released. Next month. They actually gave the release date, and the release date is July 27th. Will be Orange is the New Black season 6 will premiere on Netflix on that day. I'm excited personally. I watched the show. I think it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite shows of all time or anything, but I do like it. I'm excited to see how this season goes because season 5 ended off in a pretty big cliffhanger, I'd say. So it kind of makes you wonder how they're gonna take the story in the next season. So if you guys haven't seen Orange is the New Black, I recommend it. It's pretty good. And I believe it was the second most popular Netflix show. The first one being House of Cards. And since that was very successful, with a lot of people, Orange is the New Black was the second big thing. So.
Oh, you mean our House of Cards with, legendary actor Christopher Plummer?
That joke is so old. Oh my God. It's so repetitive. All right. So the next TV topic I have is pretty exciting. So 3 weeks ago, I was going to talk about this, but I forgot. But it's okay because I got some new updates. Lord of the Rings TV show. So here's the thing. It will run for 5 seasons, reportedly. And the first season will focus on Aragorn, which is pretty cool because Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite franchises of all time. All 3 movies to me are A+. They're all great. And the first Aragorn's a really cool character in my opinion. I think he's an amazing character. So the fact that the first season will focus on him is pretty awesome. And as far as returns, they say Andy Serkis likely won't be coming back for Gollum, but Ian McKellen said he would be willing to come back as Gandalf. And if that's the case, I'm absolutely down for that.
Yeah, fuck it, go for it.
Is Viggo Mortensen gonna come back?
I don't know if he's coming back, but and it's funny because Ian McKellen. Because a lot of people were like, they don't know if he's gonna play Gandalf because he's really old. He's in his 90s. And
is he really?
Yeah, and he was like, dude, Gandalf is 2,000 years old. I'm not too old to play him. So
Gandalf is 2,000 years old. I ain't too old to play him.
He's too young to play him.
Exactly. So I'm intrigued to see the show. Like I said, I love the Lord of the Rings movies, and it's going to be an Amazon original TV show. So. That's pretty exciting. So excited for that, and then they said that in the future they might do spin-offs of other characters. So we'll see how that goes, that they'll expand upon the universe because, the first 3 movies that came out in the early 2000s and it's still talked about to this day of how good they are. So they're going to be doing something different and they're going to expand upon it. So that'll be cool.
Speaking of actors reprising their roles for shows, what I'm so mad about to this day? That the fact that Liam Neeson said he was willing to reprise his role as Ra's al Ghul for the fucking Arrow season 3, and they never considered bringing him back for that fucking show. I'm still pissed about that.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm still pissed about that. He was saying he was willing.
What the fuck? Ra's al Ghul was one of the fucking worst parts of that fucking season, bro.
And fucking he said he was willing to fucking come back to play Ra's al Ghul, and they never fucking did it.
Fucking shoot me, bro.
Damn. All right, so that's all my TV topics for today. So, Double Nine, if you have any TV topics, go for it.
I've got adults. So here we go. I know Spanish people. So here we go. So my TV topics are first, Legion is now confirmed for season 3. I still have not seen the show, but this is exciting for. I need to see it. I know. But this is exciting for people that are fans of the show. And I hear it's a great show. I heard both seasons are really fantastic. So I should check it out at some point. But yes, Legion is getting a 3rd season. And what do you guys got to say about it?
That's awesome. I'm glad. I still have yet to see season 2. The reason why I haven't seen season 2 is because I don't have the channel FX, unfortunately. But I've heard really good things about season 2. So if they're going to keep on doing seasons for it, let them do it, because the first season was really good. 8 episodes, and it was awesome, very effective. And yeah, I'm definitely happy about that. So,
all right, Andrew, what do you think about that?
Same thing as Diego. I was a big fan of season 1. I haven't seen season 2 yet, but just the fact that we're getting a 3rd season is exciting for me.
All right, so is that all your TV topics, Double Nine?
No, I got one more.
Okay.
This happened last week, I think, but of course we were on the air last week, so I'm gonna talk about this now. The Roseanne revival getting canceled by ABC after 1 season. So if you don't know the whole situation with this, so Roseanne, who plays Roseanne, put out a very racist tweet, and and it was obviously caused like a upstruck and shit. And ABC, I felt like did the right thing and canceled the show after that. But I do feel bad for like some of the other cast members that had to unfortunately feel the have to suffer for the consequences of someone else's actions. But at the same time, I feel like this is obviously going to be a bad reputation on ABC. So they were like, okay, we got to pull the plug on this thing. And, I do think they made the right decision because Roseanne is a piece of shit. No offense, but she is. So I do condone ABC for making the right decision. But also at the same time, I do feel bad that that some people that did work on that show have to unfortunately feel these consequences of someone else's actions. So, what do you guys got to say?
Yeah, no, it's good that they pulled off her show because what she did was wrong, and you're right. Other actors probably shouldn't have had to, pay for what she's done. But I think I read that they're going to find them something else to do. Like they're going to do a show with the same people other than Roseanne.
Yes.
Other actors are going to do another show. So at least there's that. But yeah, I mean, people defending her. There are people who are defending her and stuff. And I'm like, how can you defend her, dude? What she said was like messed up. So
exactly.
And I think they're actually well, not only that, they're canceling the show, but like I think all the previous reruns, they're taking that out too.
Oh yeah, they're taking all the previous reruns out as well.
Yeah. So that's all I got to say about that.
All right, so Andrew, you got anything to say about it?
Poor John Goodman, man. My boy getting shafted on this one.
So, Andrew, do you have any TV topics?
John Goodman should have won for The Big Lebowski, should have won for 10 Cloverfield Lane, and now this bullshit.
Man, John Goodman is just getting the shaft all around, isn't he?
Don't worry. I'm with you, John Goodman. But I do have a TV topic. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, rather, the Survivor finale happened, and I'm here to review it. This is Survivor Ghost Island. This is the 36th season. And this season, the main concept of it is that it was completely new players, but they would have advantages and whatnot from big mistakes. So they'll have misplayed idols, extra votes, stuff like that, and just stuff that was misplayed and whatnot, and just caused mistakes. And and I was excited because of that. And I was like, this could be very interesting. And Ghost Island is where all this stuff was, and it was cool. And I gotta say, this is a pretty disappointing season. I thought this had a ton of potential, but just ultimately
it failed.
The editing. This is the worst the editing's been in a long, long time. The pre-merge was actually very, very good. While, it was kind of annoying with the whole Nvidia Strong shit, at least I felt a lot of prominent characters, but the problem was a lot of those prominent characters got eliminated very early. And the two main, villains or interesting stuff that was going on with Bradley and Chris. Bradley went, and then Chris went immediately in the next episode, and that was pretty early. And those were the two big storylines and story arcs. And then after that, nothing else happened other than Wendell and Dom just completely dominating the whole season, and it was annoying. And while they both played great games, it was just annoying to see, people constantly talk, oh, we're going to flip on them, and then not flip on them. And just the narrative and the editing of the season was just very, very off. And a lot of the people just didn't end up interesting me because the editing was so, so bad. Like I said, I'm very satisfied with the winner because he did play a good game. And the runner-up also played a good game. And this is actually the first time in history where the final vote was a tie. So they had to have the third person vote for the winner. And the big joke this whole season was, This Is America came out, and the guy, Wendell, who won, looks very similar to Donald Glover. So the joke was, Donald Glover could do it all. He can, act, he could sing, he could win Survivor. So, But anyway, if I were to rate this, I'd give it, a 6 out of 10. It's a very, very disappointing, mediocre season.
All right, so is that all your TV topics?
Yes.
All right. So, do you guys have any video game topics?
No, I don't.
I actually got 2.
Okay.
Lay it on us, bitch.
I got 2 reviews. The first review is a computer game, very old computer game from 1997, actually, called Outlaw. Basically, what it is, it's a first-person shooter, and you're in the Wild West, and your daughter was stolen, so you're this outlaw trying to rescue her. And you go through these really long levels, and you gotta kill everybody and just kill the boss. And like I said, it's a first-person shooter, and you basically just go around shooting people, and when you either find the boss, which is in a certain room, or you kill enough people to where the boss shows up. And you got to kill the boss. This game is actually pretty hard. The time you gotta save constantly or I at least saved constantly because I was so paranoid. Because if you die, you restart the level and you lose all your supplies. So I was just so paranoid that I'd lose all my supplies that I was saving constantly, and it was very fun, but my biggest problem with this is that some of the levels, these levels were really, really long, and a lot of them got really, really confusing, and it took me what felt like forever to complete them. And I felt like it shouldn't have been as confusing as it was, and that really kind of worsened the experience. And also, like I said, it just, the levels were a little bit too long, but there were also levels that were like really short. So I think they could have balanced that out a little bit more. But overall, it was a very fun game for me, especially for 1997. I give it, a 7 out of 10. And then the second review is also a game that came out a little bit ago called Pikmin. It is a Nintendo game, and basically the premise for this one is you play this captain who has crashed on this planet and comes across these creatures which he dubs Pikmin, and he uses them to his resources to go find parts for his ship that are now scattered all over the place, and he has to go return them. Now, this is a very fun game. It's a strategy-based game because you only have a certain amount of time to do it, or else you pretty much fail. You have 30 days, and there are 30 parts, so pretty much you got to get a part a day. And I like it. There are 3 types of Pikmin: red, yellow, and blue. They each do different things. Red is the most powerful, best in battle, and is resistant to fire. Yellow can carry these bombs, and you can throw them farther. And blue is resistant to water. And like I said, I really like it because it makes you think. It gets you to strategize. It's a strategy game because you only have a certain amount of time in the day to complete it. And, if you don't get a part in that day because you only have a finite amount of time to do it, you're kind of screwed. And I like it. It's very fun. My only problem with it is that it does get very, very glitchy because if you have a large amount, some Pikmin will get stuck on the corners and some Pikmin will just do their own thing. And that's not good because if if a Pikmin gets stuck in a corner and, you go back to your ship and, you leave, they're gone. They're dead. And that's not good because, you got to try and build up your numbers. But it's a very fun game. I give it an 8 out of 10. I will be reviewing the sequel to this game when I do finish it eventually, which maybe will be next week, maybe the week after that. I don't know. But
who knows? Fuck it.
Yeah, I do recommend this game highly if, if you're, you have a Nintendo system.
All right, so now we're on to music. I only have 2 topics for music today. We're not doing any top 10 today, so I'll just be talking about these 2 things for music. The first topic I want to go over, well, these are both reviews. So the first review I want to go over is for Kanye West's new album.
Yeah.
Now, Double Nine has listened to it. He told me, so he will be joining me.
Hello, bitches.
This discussion. So Kanye West's new album, titled Y.E. Ye.
Yeah, ye. Doesn't like Jesus. Ye.
So there's only like 7 songs on the album. Like you can listen to the whole album in exactly 23 minutes. On Spotify, if you swipe right to the album, it'll tell you how much time it is in total. It's 23 minutes.
23 minutes.
Literally 23 minutes. Now first of all, about Kanye West, I won't discuss my personal feelings against the guy in general. I'll just talk about his music. I think he's talented. I don't think he's one of the best, but I do like him. There are some songs he's done that I've liked a lot. But do I think he's one of the best? No. But anyway, I found out he had a new album coming out because of Twitter, and I saw a lot of people on Twitter just raving this new album. People were just saying how great it was. People saying one of his best albums. Just people just praising the fuck out of this album. I'm like, okay, so you know what? Not a huge fan of the guy, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go listen to this album. All right, so yeah. So I will say this: the album is fine. There are honestly one song I really like and another song I thought was decent, and the rest I thought was just okay / whatever. I realize I'm in the minority when I say this. I just thought the album was fine. My favorite song of the album is Ghost Town. I actually really like that song. As I was listening to the album, that was the one song that really stuck out to me. I was like, okay, this is actually really good. And the other song I like, I think it's called All Mine or something like that. And that's pretty good. But other than that, I thought it was just okay. It was
yeah.
What did you think, Double Nine?
Okay. I thought the same thing. It's okay, I guess. I heard like a lot of things that you were saying. Like a lot of people were like, "Oh, this album is so great. It's like one of his best." I'm like, this is the same shit he's been doing with the fucking last two albums he did. Because I do enjoy his music, but Jesus was not good. The Jesus was fucking terrible, and The Life of Pablo was mediocre as hell. And that's the same exact thing I could say about Yi or whatever it's called. It's not that good to me. The first two tracks were terrible. Like, I thought those songs were awful. I was like, what in the hell is he doing? But once it got to the third song, I was like, okay, this is picking up a little bit more, but still not feeling it. I was not really feeling it, honestly. It just has some okay production. Kanye sounds fine on a lot of the songs. Lyrically, they're okay as well. It's just I don't think that this is that great, honestly. I really don't see how some people are saying this is like one of his best albums. This is like one of his weaker ones and just kind of the same shit he's been doing for like the past couple of albums, and it's just not hooking me. Like, I'm just not enjoying it, honestly. I didn't enjoy this album, to be honest. I don't know how he goes from like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which is like his best album, to like just going from mediocre from here. Like I don't get it. Like I really don't. I have a feeling it's his ego. That's why I think it is. Like I don't mean to be like that, but I feel like his ego is really affecting his music too, and it shows on his last three albums. And so yeah, I really don't like this album. I think it's very mediocre and very forgettable. I honestly forgot about this album immediately while I was listening, after I listened to it. 2 out of 5.
Was there any song you enjoyed in the album?
Ghost World, I think that's what it was called. Ghost Town. Ghost Town. That was the best song of the whole.
I actually like that one. Yeah, that's the one.
That one was great. Oh, Jesus. Out of focus. My God.
So, yeah, I thought it was just all right.
Yeah, it's honest. Okay, 2 out of 5, like I said.
I really like the song Black Skinhead. He should do more songs like that.
That is a great song.
It is a great song.
Black Skinhead's awesome.
Yeah, he should do more songs like that.
Yeah. All right, so hold on. Yeah, that's really out of focus. I don't know why.
Or maybe try like wiping it. Maybe it's
it's still.
Maybe try wiping it. Or like shaking around. I don't fucking know.
How does it look? Yeah, okay. You know what I'll do? Just 1 second. Yeah, but I agree. The album was just okay at best, honestly.
Yeah.
1 second. About that. All right. Here's what I think of Weezer's cover of Africa. I think it's an awesome cover.
Yes.
It's a really great. First of all, Africa is a really great song, in my opinion, from Toto. I think it's a phenomenal song. I've heard many times, over and over again. I mean, it's just that chorus.
And it's been memed to death.
Yes. Oh yeah, and that too. It's been like so many memes as well.
Yes.
And Weezer did a cover of this song. It came out like a couple of weeks ago, a week ago.
About a week ago, yeah.
Yeah, and it's really good. I really like the sound of it. It doesn't feel like it copies too much of the original. It feels like its own thing. If that makes sense. Yes. I love it. So Billy Robinson is nothing tops the original. But yeah, but it's still really good though. I mean, yes, it's still awesome. If you guys heard it, what did you guys think of it?
I thought it was a great cover. Weezer did a fantastic. They did Rosanna, which is another Toto song, like a week before this too, and that was great. And I was like, I wanted to do Africa, and lo and behold, they came out with an Africa cover. And I thought it was great. I thought it was an awesome cover. Honestly, I really loved it a lot. Had some nice instrumentation, a nice homage. I want to say that it was a nice homage to the original. I loved it a lot.
Yeah, it was really great. So, all right, do you guys have any music topics today or no?
I don't. What about Andrew?
No, I don't either.
All right, so then that concludes.
That concludes it.
That concludes episode 26 of the MTVM podcast. I want to thank you guys for joining me, like always. Want to thank people in the live chat. We will be back next week for episode 27. Shall be another fun, exciting episode. So, do you guys have anything you want to say before I end the broadcast?
Thank you all for watching this episode. Of course, I had a blast doing this episode as usual. And yeah, have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you all later. Peace.
All right, and Andrew?
No. Only thing I gotta say is I did review Upgrade, which is over at my channel. So if you're interested in seeing what my thoughts are on that movie, please go check it out. I also, I haven't seen a lot, but I am catching up. I did see Insidious: The Last Key today, and I do plan on reviewing that and a bunch of other movies that I missed earlier in the year on my channel. So if you're interested in that, please be on the lookout for that. Other than that, have a nice day, I guess, or it's night. So have a nice day tomorrow.
All right, so I'll see you guys next week, same time, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So until then, have a good one. Have a good week. See you guys next week. Bye.